Piano channeling is for me the ability to connect with a person and then express what I feel and sense on the piano. And in this video I would like to share with you my journey of developing this skill. So, as some of you may already know, my main background actually is being a drummer. So after 30 years, then I started playing the piano, which was 2020 when I moved to Sweden. And so at first I just had to organize my fingers basically. So that means I played little melodies up and down with the fingers, then I added a bit of melody or like octaves on the left hand. And then I would consider this like basic improvising. And then after 1 year of that, I visited a seminar, and then I had a lot of memories and emotions connected with my experience attending this seminar. A side note is that I actually lost my phone there, so I couldn't distract myself, which was, I think, very helpful to keep this memory fresh. And then after a week I was able to sit down on the piano and record it. And it wasn't for me intended to actually then release this recording. It was my normal approach that I had until then, which means I play around, try to come up with melodies, and then maybe take this melody and develop it further into a regular song. And this is how I approached the test of how would it feel for me to express the emotions that I had with the seminar. But surprisingly, after I just had 10 seconds of warm-up, then I started to connect with memory from the seminar. So I put up the sheets, like the program of the seminar, and then I connected to what I had in mind when I was there. And then instantly I played things that I have never played before that were also out of my regular framework of improvising, which was very interesting. And like playing the melody, maybe then repeating it as usual, trying to improve it, then turning the page, going to the next seminar, and then something completely new came, and that was very fascinating. It never happened before like that, and this is what I consider like my first time actually being used as some sort of medium, or something came through me and I was able to express it on the piano instantly. And so it was more like my fingers wanted to go to specific places, and then this felt right to play there. Then after a while that was done with expressing, and then I moved somewhere else. And then in the end I looked at the recording and said, okay, it somehow doesn't feel right to like cut it into pieces or work on it and make a song out of it. It was more like, for me, so interesting to listen to this process again, and every time I listen to it I like witness what happens there. And also friends of mine, especially if they are musicians, they can also see this process, and it's so fascinating somehow for me to be part of that journey. And so this I was very happy to have this as a recording, so to capture this very moment when it happened first time, where I just not play with my head but play as a medium. And this is for me the start of my journey from piano channeling. So apart from the obvious musicianship, I need also a lot of different techniques and skills to be able to do the channeling actually. And so here I'm speaking of an area that is derived from a lot of spiritual techniques. I went over the past 10 years to different seminars and learned different techniques how to connect with a person or a subject, and this is basically the channeling part. So I was surprised that I can actually do it. So this happened sort of by accident. I never took exactly a course on how to channel, so this was like combining everything that I learned, and so this was very a happy coincidence, and I'm so happy and grateful to have this in combination with the musicianship. So after this first piano channeling session where I played 2 hours straight actually, I then wondered, can I connect to a person and what would happen, and can I express what comes up there live? And so I started to ask some friends, and so we first met online, and it was interesting to then see how it feels for me to establish the link to a person, and then my hands start to move, or I feel when they are in the right place, and this is for me a good sign, and then I know that here's, let's say, some magic going on, and I like that very much. And so the persons where I played for also seemed to enjoy it very much, and so it has a variety of emotions. So some cry tears, some relax and release stress, and it's I'm just so grateful to be able to give this experience to some person. And then I of course started also to offer this to persons in real life, and I started to practice with them as well. And so today I offer these sessions online and offline, and if you are somehow drawn to it, I would be happy if you let me know and are interested in a session. So in order to get in touch with me, find the contact information in the info box around the video, in the description, and comment, and I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching the video, and have you in a session maybe.
You have a talent.